What's up, YouTube? This is One Way. It's gonna be a quick little video. I just want to speak on a few things. This topic today is about, it's gonna be a short one. It's about being misunderstood out here in the world. You know, we all have our times, we misunderstand people. I've done it. I did it a while back. I remember I was up in the store, and this guy kept following, like a worker kept following me around, and I was like, man, what's this guy keep following me around for? And I finally told him, man, why you keep following me around? You think I'm gonna steal something, or what is it, man? I come here to shop. You see I'm here with other people. I ain't here to, steal nothing. I hope you ain't watching me, because I ain't the one. And I kind of told him, why don't you do your job? You ain't security around here. You're just an employee. And you shouldn't be making the customers here feel uncomfortable. With me saying that to that person, not realizing that the only reason why that person was kind of following me around the store and stuff like that, and was kind of looking at me a lot, is because he knew he was family, y'all. He was the cousin, like a distant cousin I didn't know. And after me, bumping my gums and running my mouth and shit, kind of belittling him and shit, and he told me, hey, my cousin so-and-so, he says, we was at the function last time and this and that, and I was thinking, oh man, here I was thinking that he was just some worker watching me for some weird reason, thinking I might steal some shit or something. But the whole time he was kind of looking, trying to see if I was who I was, and he was, maybe he didn't have the nerve to approach me and just say what's up. So he was just kind of watching me, and I got the wrong impression. And I kind of boxed him in the same category as I do some people when I go to places and they are doing that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, we all make mistakes. We all misunderstand people. The reason why I'm talking about that is because the other night I was in a person's live. You know what I'm saying? I'm older, so I tend to not like to play games and stuff like that. I play games and stuff, but my joking and my sense of humor is a little different than what I see on YouTube and stuff like that. So, anyways, I was up in someone's live, and this is one thing I need to address too. If I'm up in your live and I'm coming through and I'm saying what's up, most likely I'm there, especially if I've been there. You see me there a few times, and maybe sometimes I even post your stuff on my community wall. That means I'm there, I'm supporting you. I ain't there to, troll. I ain't there to do none of that shit. Anyways, the other night, I tapped in someone's live, and came through and said what's up, and I looked at the screen and I saw it said Puff, somebody up in there was acting like Puff Daddy. He had a few comments saying, hey man, come to Miami, come to my party and stuff like that. just joking, acting a fool. Other people are commenting like, Puff Daddy, you know. And at the time, the person I was watching was, rapping. She always does. And I left a comment saying, hey, Puff Daddy's up in here ready to sign you. Meaning, like, who's this Puff Daddy guy? I was thinking the person would be like, man, I don't know who this Puff Daddy guy is. And I was going to say something like, yeah, these are the wrong channel. Something like that, But when I made my comment about that, I think I was misunderstood. And instead of the person who I was watching, know that I was talking about the Puff Daddy person in there. Obviously ain't Puff Daddy. I don't know if this person thought he was Puff Daddy and was like defending him at the time or something, but was quick to start cap on me and start to belittle me and say, well, he ain't ready to sign you and this and that, and I didn't even know where he was coming from at that time. And then he started like with the name calling and all this stuff, saying I ain't like you, this and that. And I don't know what had happened before I got there. I noticed you couldn't light your smoke right there, and I don't know if you get harassed a lot or something. But when I came through, I just coming through. I'm supporting. I ain't got no hate. I ain't there trolling or nothing. When I came through making comments, I'm commenting on that, weirdo claiming to be Puff Daddy, and I thought you would like joke on him, but instead, motherfucker put the jokes on me, started coming at me, saying, "Oh, you people coming here, you guys just want to troll." I didn't come in here to fucking troll. I was coming there to defend the channel, saying like, "What's up with this Puff Daddy dude? He's in the wrong. He's definitely in the wrong live." Like I said, last night, I don't know if it was last night or the other night, I can get misunderstood. I get misunderstood a lot. I don't know if it's misunderstanding or if it's people that's just how they are, and they want to capitalize on any little thing so they could just come at you like that. You know what I'm saying? I see that shit a lot, people, I don't know if it's insecure issues or something like that. People always want to flex up and act tough and be tough, If someone's coming through my live and they're joking on people up in the chat, or even if they're joking with me, and if I'm cool with them, I'm gonna joke back. I ain't no hate, ain't no, you know what I mean? People are quick to hate, start to say, with the name calling, mean mugging and all that shit. And to me, that shit gets kind of old. That's kind of institutionalized way of thinking. When you're in a confined area around people, you just want to prove toughness and be like the alpha of the pack or something like that. That's good for them areas and the same. But out here in the free world, mean mugging and all that shit, that don't get you too far. You know what I'm saying? That gets you caught up by anybody. Even these little youngsters out here. I've seen, like, here's an example. I got my homie. He's rest in peace. He's up in heaven now. He's an OG SOS. And he had that OG SOS attitude, original from the islands, came over and started that back in the days in the early, 80s and 90s and all that stuff. And he always demands that respect no matter where he goes, not realizing that, there's new generations and shit coming up. And I remember, man, this guy, he said, I'm finna go visit my folks up north. And he went to go visit his folks. He came back next day, and I seen him. He had black eyes. He was standing outside with no shirt, and his whole chest was all shredded up and shit. I went over to him and I said, hey, what's up? I said, what's up, Slim? And he was laughing. I said, man, what happened? He said, man, these youngsters, man, they ain't got no fucking respect. He said, and I was like, man, what happened? So yeah, we was out here talking, and, you know, we was out here talking. I told these motherfuckers, y'all can't fuck with me and this and that. And he said, next thing you knew, I guess they all jumped him and shit. Yeah, they one by one, I guess they couldn't fuck him over and shit. So I guess they all jumped him and shit. They all got tired of him. I guess he was acting too tough and too OG, and they drug him, man. They drug him. They gave him what you would say, what do you call that? Not a lesson. Fade. Yeah, he caught a fade or whatever you call that. So even he was laughing about that. And I told him, man, you gotta watch out for these youngsters and shit. You can't be trying to always flex up and act tough and you know, we ain't in jail no more. See, this guy, he's been in jail his whole life. And that's why he's always just had this mentality that, you know, you don't realize out here in the real world. You know, even when he was with me and shit, I remember there was a situation where I'm not gonna get into details, but there was a situation I had, and someone went to go get him, and sure enough, they came back with him, and he came. And at the time, you know, I was pretty turned up and shit. And I seen him walking in with someone who I knew went to go get him. And I seen him look at me, and man, I had fire in my eyes, and I wasn't playing at the time. And I seen him turn away, and he just like walked out. And I remember he talked to me. He was, hey man, Slim. He was, I don't know, bro. They came and they got me, bro. But I came over there and I seen what was going on, and I looked at you, guy. I looked at you, bro. And I said, I'm out, man. I looked at your eyes and shit, and I said, hell no. Slim was not in his own. Slim was not in his natural form. He said he was my hologram. He was gone. I still remember that day. Rest in peace, man. He's the only guy who used to call me Slim. He used to refer to as the dank. He used to call it the aches. I'm just reminiscing now. My story kind of turned to like reminiscing, memories and shit kind of lashed onto my mind, and it kind of took over for a minute. It's like I said, there's a security guy right here. I think he heard the tire screeching and he acted like he was finna come and put in some work. I'm out here in San Jose, posted up for a minute. Just thought I'd jump on here for a minute and talk about a few things about being misunderstood out here in the world. That's the thing that I tell people about being misunderstood. And that one thing, about me is a person's intentions. Intentions go a long way. That's how I know if your intentions is right. A lot of times you don't misunderstand someone who has good intentions. Like I said, intentions go a long ways. And I base my decisions a lot on people's intentions.